Am I the a-hole for being furious with my pregnant wife over a prank? I, 31M, have been with my wife Lisa since college, and she's currently 7 months pregnant with our first baby. My wife Lisa is witty and likes to play jokes on me. For example, she likes to pass off fake facts than stories as real and see if I'll believe them. Lisa was a theater kid, and so she's great at acting and selling these stories. I used to fall for her pranks all the time since I'm gullible and she's so convincing. However, now that I've been with her for so many years, I can typically tell when she's messing with me. She's upped the annex over the years, and so she can occasionally get me to believe one of her jokes. Today, when I got home from work, Lisa had tears in her eyes and told me she needed to talk to me about something. I was seriously worried and sat down with her immediately. I asked what was wrong several times, and she kept saying it was hard to talk about and she was terrified I'd leave her. I kept pressing, and she told me she had an affair with her boss several months ago and wasn't sure if the baby was mine. I asked if she was serious, and she said she was 100% serious and started crying even harder. I got up, started pacing, and tried to gather my thoughts. After a few minutes, Lisa bursted into laughter and said she was just joking. I was furious. I said it wasn't funny in the slightest to make jokes about cheating and the child not being mine. Lisa then said she was a bit offended that I believed that specific prank and not several others. She said she couldn't believe I actually thought she'd cheat on me. She then got teary and asked why I didn't trust her. I asked why I would trust her after she pulled that prank on me, managed to cry telling me about it, and continued with the prank even though I was visibly upset. Lisa said it was harmless, and I was blowing things way out of proportion. She continued to ask why I didn't trust her, and I told her I needed some space. Several times, I know it was a prank, but I think this joke went way too far, especially with the tears. I also was clearly upset, as anyone would be, and she should have stopped it as soon as she realized I was actually falling for it. Usually Lisa's jokes are funny, but this one really got to me for some reason. Am I the a-hole, and am I overreacting? I feel bad because she's very pregnant with my child, and I don't want to stress her out, but I need space right now.
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. The worst part about this to me isn't even the prank. It's after the prank, she see you are upset, and instead of apologizing, she blames you for believing her and begin to question you. Also, just remember, she can make herself cry, so don't let tears fool you anymore.
I'm not usually a fan of asking for a test, but in this case, it's absolutely appropriate. She broke your trust in her. Not sure why she thinks that's the slightest bit your problem. And if she's trying to double down and guilt trip you about this, it might be time for a hard conversation.
Yeah, imagine in couple years she like kids in hospital because of X, and your first thought isn't, oh, I hope everything is okay. It's, oh, she probably just lying. Because crap like that is lying, not joking. Like, how can you even be with someone like this where everything said got you second guessing, feel like it's a type of to have control over you?
Yes, she is the girl who cried wolf and will be one day a very surprised Pikachu face and sulky when OP no longer believes her in an emergency and shrugs her off. Not the AE hole.